Hello everyone, this is Tavan.
And this is Hope Girl here from Fix the World Morocco. And in this video, we're going to be talking about food preservation and how you can use Orgonite to preserve your fruits and vegetables, meat, dairy products, and all sorts of things.
Right.
So, if you're like me, I can't stand going to the grocery store, buying a whole bunch of organic fruits and vegetables, and then they rot really fast, faster than we could prepare them and eat them, and I ended up having to throw away all of this perfectly good food because we couldn't prepare it in time.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy, and look at all the money that we're wasting, right? Now here's something really interesting. Because we make Orgonite, and I discovered this, I've been using this for at least 1 year to test this. So these are our two Orgonite charging plates. This one has, it's our bronze one, and this one has extra shungite in it. I put these in my fridge, and what happened was it turns the entire refrigerator into an Orgone accumulator box. And the end result of that is that you get completely preserved fruits, vegetables, dairy. I was noticing all of my food in my fridge was lasting so long. Like just the other week, I was like, I had this head of romaine lettuce.
Yeah, the lettuces tend to
go
pretty quickly.
And I was like, seriously, I bought this lettuce 3 weeks or a month ago, and it was still good. I picked off a few leaves on the outside, and the rest of the lettuce was like still preserved. Why? It's because there's Orgonite in my fridge.
Yes.
So let's unpack this a little bit.
Yeah, all right, okay.
I want you to just explain Orgone energy. Let's talk about how you can measure it with a blood test.
Right.
To see the fields of life force around things, and then we'll explain why is this preserving our food.
Okay, so the current development of the Orgonite products that you see online is based on the pioneering research of the late Dr. Wilhelm Reich. And he basically discovered Orgone energy, and this is a field of life force energy that is observable within scientific laboratory conditions. So in those conditions, he was able to study this field. And he did so by the creation of something called Orgone accumulators. These were boxes, kind of like our refrigerators, made of layers of metal and non-metal.
Wow.
So this is what's interesting. When he made these boxes of metal and non-metal, where the walls were lined with these layers, and he made a box out of them, he found there was a standing energy field within that chamber as compared to the outside. He did a bunch of different experiments to prove that.
And just to like break that down a little bit further, that structure of layers of metal and non-metal, that's basically like a capacitor, is it not?
It's like a capacitor.
It's something that stores energy.
You have a material that stores energy, stores electric charges, and a material that does not, but is able to isolate those layers. So you fast forward with that technology today, we have Orgonite, which is basically metals encased in an epoxy resin, and we use powders for our metals. But basically what he found when he was doing tests in these accumulators is that he was able to preserve things longer. Things such as what is known as the Reich blood test, where he was taking blood samples from volunteers, and he was putting samples of blood inside one of these Orgone accumulator boxes and a sample within controlled conditions in a wooden box. And he found that the decay rate was much longer inside the accumulator. In other words, the blood that was decaying over time almost had more energy when it was in the accumulator.
And let's go ahead and throw up some of those slides right here.
Right.
So we're just going to show you these 3 slides, and what these slides are, that's from the Reich blood test, and the Orgone energy can also be seen as a blue field. It's
yes, like a blue observable field.
A blue observable color of the Orgone energy around a blood cell.
Yes.
And when a blood cell decays, it starts to get these little spiky nodules. So you can see that those spiky looking nodules are decaying blood cells.
Yes, that's
so
right.
in the first slide, you've got one in the control box and one that is in the Orgone accumulator box. And you can see as time goes by, in the second slide, the one that's in the Orgone accumulator box is preserving longer, and the one that is in the control box is starting to decay at a faster rate.
That's right.
And you can really see it by the end, by the third slide here, where you can see that there's a lot more decaying blood cells in the control box without the Orgone energy than there is in the Orgone accumulator box. So to really just sum that up, Orgonite and orgone accumulation
Yes.
with orgone energy helps to preserve the life force around any living organism.
Yeah.
So if you apply that to your food, okay, fruits, vegetables, meats, dairy,
Yeah.
cheese, butter, eggs, all of that is, or it was at one time, a living organism.
Yes.
And when you put Orgonite in your fridge, you turn your entire refrigerator into an orgone accumulator box, which helps to preserve your food a lot longer.
Now, the thing here is that your refrigerator already has orgone accumulator properties just by how it's constructed.
Right.
Right. It's either some kind of non-metal on the inside where you put your food in, but then you have this, the actual box at the outside of your refrigerator is metal. So it already has a bit of an orgone accumulator effect. So by you putting Orgonite pieces, doesn't need to be ours, but when you put Orgonite inside your refrigerator and freezer, you basically boosted that potential that's inside that refrigerator.
And in addition to all of that fascinating stuff, the Orgonite will help to structure all of your liquids inside of your fridge. Now,
That's right.
if you saw our structured water video, you'll know all about structured water and why it's basically energizing the water and
it's
the
doing
fluid.
this passively.
And when you drink structured water and any kind of structured liquid like that, it actually energizes your body more. So you have more energy when you drink structured fluids. So in addition to preserving all of your food, it's also structuring all of the fluids inside your fridge. Your milk, your drinks, whatever's in there is becoming structured through the Orgonite, and you'll be able to see it in your freezer because all of your ice cubes will have little frozen vortex patterns in them.
You might even get something that looked like stalagmites, where the crystals grow upward from the ice cube.
Really, really cool stuff. So,
wild.
Just wanted to tell you what we've experienced with this. Other people have noticed it as well. Simple things like they put their bananas on top of our charge plates, and they notice that their bananas are lasting a lot longer and they don't go brown as quickly. So little things like that. We've gotten a lot of really rave reviews about our charge plates. You can use them for all different purposes.
Yes.
But for now, we just wanted to tell you about how you can use them to preserve food. So with all that said, if you'd like, you can order your charge plates. We make them all by hand. And Tavon makes them by hand, and I do all of the wrapping and the packaging, and we ship them personally all over the world. So we are running some specials right now. You can buy one charge plate, or you can get a set of 2 or more at really special low prices.
Yes.
So go ahead and click the link below this video so
do.
that you can get your charge plates today. And for that, we'll say goodbye and see you next time from Fix the World Morocco.
Goodbye. My tiles have survived the drop test.
We're gonna do the we're gonna do the charge plate again.
Okay, gold one. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Both of them.